Alrighty, so this is our 7th grade band, and the first piece that we prepared for you tonight is called Frogs. If you were at our concert back in March, you heard this band play a piece called Tadpoles. Frogs is the sequel to Tadpoles. It's like a harder version of Tadpoles. So this piece is kind of meant to evoke the atmosphere of being in a swamp. So, for example, you'll hear the sound of a frog croaking from the help of a special instrument called the Frog Bureau. And what's better than one Frog Bureau? 2 Frog Bureaus. We have 2 Frog Bureau players in the house tonight, Mercedes and Blake. I encourage you to listen for this sound. Go ahead. There it is. There's going to be frog croak sounds. And also, at certain points in this piece, the woodwinds are going to have what's called a trill. And a trill is when you go back and forth between 2 notes really quickly. And that trill is meant to sound like a bug buzzing or an insect flying or a mosquito kind of buzzing by. At the very end of this piece, if you listen closely, it should sound like a mosquito buzzing past and then getting snatched up by a hungry frog. We hope you enjoy Frogs. Thank you so much. It's been a really busy spring for all of the bands. After spring break, we really have to kind of hit the ground running because in addition to preparing for this concert, we have to get ready for the Loyalty Days Parade, which is a marching band event that we do in downtown Long Beach. So in addition to preparing for this, we have to learn marching music, learn to play that music from memory, then learn to play that music while standing from memory, and lastly, learning to play it while marching in neat uniformed lines. So marching band is a lot of fun and a lot of work in the spring. I would like to take a moment to thank any of the band parents who helped transport percussion equipment to that parade, because we have quite a lot of percussion equipment, and I have quite a tiny Subaru. So if you were someone who helped out, thank you so much. Without your support, we wouldn't have been able to have a full drum line. So thank you if you helped out bring percussion equipment. Yeah. This next piece is called the Can-Can. It's kind of the finale of a longer musical piece called Orpheus in the Underworld, but most people just know the finale, which is called the Can-Can. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much. Go ahead and take a seat, you guys. So now I'm going to pass out some awards for the 7th grade band. If I call your name, please stand and remain standing. So, for most outstanding woodwind musician, Adeline Carey. For most outstanding brass musician, Sage Womack. For most outstanding percussionist, Brendan Davis. For most improved musician, this person switched to a different section just like 3 months ago, and she's been doing a really, really great job. Picked it up really quickly. This goes to Mercedes Sontag. For the most outstanding leader, Caleb Parker. And lastly, the Director's Award goes to Taryn Eccles. All right, we're gonna have another really short transition. You guys can go ahead and take a seat. We're gonna have another short transition. Our 8th graders are gonna come on up here for our combined 7th and 8th grade piece. So one short transition. Come on, guys.
Yes. And I'll just tell them, but yes, space. but I'll tell them you're right here. But I don't right now I
All right, while they're still getting situated, the 7th and 8th grade doing a combined piece at the end of the year concert was a tradition that had started before I started working here. And so it's been a tradition that's been really awesome to continue doing. I love it. At the end of every year, we have them combined for a piece. This year, the piece that we'll be playing for you is called Thrill Ride, and it's about a roller coaster ride. Some of the pieces come with really good descriptions of what kind of atmosphere the music is meant to evoke. And this one's really good, so I'm going to read it to you. This is what the piece is about, Thrill Ride. Fear, anxiety, adrenaline, and a sheer rush of excitement all take center stage in this musical depiction of a roller coaster ride. As many weary riders know, there is a certain amount of anxiety that people feel while waiting in line and hearing people scream. The opening slow section captures that feeling and builds as the rider gets closer and closer to the front of the line. Percussion then simulates the lift hill, which is the mechanism that pulls the cars up the initial hill, before the ride officially begins and riders race down the first hill and into a series of drops, turns, and loops. In my own experience, there always comes a part of the ride when I am no longer terrified, but start to feel exhilarated and smile. This moment occurs at measure 32, or the middle of the song, when riders like me finally start to appreciate the rush of wind and the absolute thrill of the ride. Suddenly, the brakes slam on and the ride slows down immensely, but a final musical moment reminds the listener of the excitement they just experienced. We hope you enjoy Thrill Ride. Thank you very much. It's so epic conducting just like a massive group of really talented kids. They're awesome. We're gonna have one last really short transition. Our 7th graders are going to exit the stage and our 8th graders are going to get ready for their portion of the concert.